Okay, you guys know me for being one of those famous guys that bitched about Paper Mario turning to garbage over 3.5 years ago. Forget the fact it and Smash 4 is what started giving my channel life. It garnered a lot of attention and reception and reached a wide audience. I ask for anyone who knows about that or anyone who can vibe with me on this to emit that same passionate energy and spread the word to Nintendo or the public of how much people care and love Mario and Luigi this time. Mario & Luigi is a franchise I love very much and hold dearly to my heart, and thousands, millions even, feel the same. We got gut punched with heartbreaking news yesterday that AlphaDream, the studio behind the series, has gone bankrupt. The company failed to fulfill a 400 million yen debt and were forced to file it. It really does suck. Now, we don't know if AlphaDream could somehow bounce back, and this bankruptcy will ultimately equate to nothing in the near future if another studio could take the reins instead of Nintendo, or if Nintendo buys what's left of AlphaDream and its employers and supply them with new jobs. We've yet to hear AlphaDream officially shut down, so there's a tiny small chance of this being a big deal over nothing, but it's very likely the AlphaDream that filed for bankruptcy is officially done. It makes some sense given the recent Mario & Luigi remakes sold extremely poorly and they likely played a huge factor in that, but it's still really unfortunate. I don't know if Nintendo ordered them to continue making whatever 3DS titles they wanted, or if AlphaDream wanted to remake the first and third entries on their own accord, completely separate from Nintendo. I don't know. Could be both, but either scenario is possible. Personally, I want to say the latter, but I literally cannot confirm or tell you confidently. Whatever the case was, making remakes on a system that was well on its way out because the Switch was picking up steam then, that decision was a really bad one. The Switch, again, was the only thing on people's minds in 2017, and people stopped caring about the 3DS at that point. That whole movement surrounding getting rid of the 3DS sooner than later to pour the resources on Switch instead, the idea of the Switch being the primary console, came because of the expanding Switch install base and the dying inactive 3DS user base. It didn't matter if the 3DS was really well sold, people stopped playing and giving as big of a damn as they did several years ago. But this is such an unfair situation for everyone. For AlphaDream's employees, for Mario & Luigi fans, for the Mario & Luigi franchise, and the current state of Mario RPGs. Mario & Luigi is a very creative and consistent franchise. It's a subgenre where many fans come together and enjoy a different kind of Mario story, with unique RPG mechanics, and other than the remakes and Paper Jam, it's done incredibly well with sales and reception. It's shown better results than Paper Mario as well. Each game prior to Paper Jam sold over 2 million, Partners in Time selling just under, but Bowser's Inside Story selling 4.5 million, and Paper Jam still cracking 1 million. Compared to Paper Mario, which sold with each game 1.3 million, 1.9 million, over 4 million, over 2 million, and under 200,000 copies, Mario & Luigi is proven to be the more successful of the two between quality and sales. It's only the remakes that amazingly dragged AlphaDream's revenue through the mud. It's just the remakes that did really bad. It sucks too, because I can't escape this looming thought that I jinxed it. Literally, videos taken moments before disaster. That's exactly what happened. I made a video 2 days before this news came up, talking about the potential of Mario & Luigi on Switch. Mario & Luigi 6, all optimistic, hopeful, and everything, only to be castrated and brutally knocked unconscious 2 days after the fact, which sucks. I don't work for Nintendo, AlphaDream, or anyone, so don't act like this was done by me out of spite or something because of Paper Mario, or something stupid because I didn't. I don't have that kind of power. But the irony surrounding that video and this whole situation, though, God, it kills me. It kills me in the most ironic, sadistic way. It hurts. Taking that out of consideration, though, it's still heartbreaking and hard to believe, solely because of not only Mario & Luigi's pedigree and how creative and amazing AlphaDream's team is. They consist of ex-Square Enix members, but Mario & Luigi was the last Mario RPG to effectively be alive. I can't stress, as hard as it is for some to believe, it's true. This is legitimately worse than the whole Color Splash debacle, the whole Paper Mario situation, and I was a whole part of that debacle. Paper Mario strayed from its RPG roots. Super was half RPG, half platformer, but Sticker Star and Color Splash completely stripped Paper Mario of any RPG roots left, and were labeled as action-adventure games for good valid reason. At least because of how vocal and massive the outcry against Color Splash was, Paper Mario stands a chance of coming back because of its faithful and passionate fanbase. If AlphaDream completely 100% shuts down and can't be salvaged, if Mario and Luigi goes with them, Mario RPGs are effectively dead in the most literal sense possible. This isn't some case of a team not listening to the feedback and criticism of fans, or the franchise dying due to no ambition or stagnation, even with the remakes. This can effectively mean Mario and Luigi will never get a new game ever again if things don't get better from here, and Mario RPGs, the actual Mario RPG subgenre of Mario games, will die, all because one side of it has gone experimental because the development team behind it wanted to make it experimental, and the other side failed to repay debts, and game development was just getting more and more expensive. And for some weird, mind-blowing reason, some people are using this situation as an excuse or good reason for Paper Mario going back on the right path, like this somehow has a positive correlation to Paper Mario, and with one RPG series dying, now the development team has no reason to make it experimental now. Go on Twitter, Reddit, or Facebook. I guarantee you'll find, like I have, a shocking number of people that believe this. Let me underline this right now. I want Paper Mario to come back. My mind has not changed on that at all. I love the first 3 games, Thousand Year Door especially, incredibly much. I wouldn't have made all those Paper Mario videos if I didn't care about Paper Mario as much as I did. That's never gonna change, and don't pretend I'm shifting gears for loving to hating it, because I don't. But do not act like this has some effect on Paper Mario in any capacity. That is straight horse shit, and people have to stop acting like this is good for Paper Mario. Jokingly or not, seriously or not. It's so disrespectful to both AlphaDream and Mario & Luigi fans, and I fail to understand why the comparison's made at all. Paper Mario has absolutely nothing to do with this whole situation. Paper Mario is developed by an entirely different studio. The state of Mario & Luigi has nothing to do with Paper Mario in any form. And people are using that excuse Risa Tabata made up, as if the entire team, even as if select individuals who stuck with Paper Mario long before Color Splash up until now, feel this way, which is straight up not true. The only time it was implied Paper Mario digressed from its RPG roots was in that interview between GameXplain and Risa Tabata, but she never worked on a Paper Mario until Color Splash. She had no prior knowledge on past Paper Mario games, and that statement was made out of ignorance and lack of understanding between the two franchises. I've said all this before too. There's little to no reason backing that claim up, made by someone who didn't have a big role in developing Color Splash anyways, comparing two RPGs that are nothing alike, made by different studios, yet people are acting like because Mario & Luigi exists, Paper Mario can be revived again, when that was never the case. I sound harsh when I say all of this, I apologize, and no disrespect to Tabata either, never meant it as such, but it's inaccurate and false to claim or believe Paper Mario can benefit from this, when it could have and did when Mario & Luigi was alive and both functioned as RPGs, and people are supporting a baseless excuse made on the fly contextualized by an inapt comparison. It's up to intelligent systems to create a Paper Mario we want, or at least a good Paper Mario game, whatever structure it may take. AlphaDream and Mario & Luigi have nothing to do with it, and people need to stop treating it like it could be replaced by Paper Mario and vice versa. And even if it somehow did correlate, Mario & Luigi and Paper Mario are not the same game whatsoever. Mario & Luigi is an RPG series of Mario that, because of how long AlphaDream has stuck with it for nearly 2 decades, it's not something you can easily replace or replicate. AlphaDream is not a big studio, it's comprised of under 50 people, but because they've been very experienced with the series, they've marked their own distinct style and charm of making it, looking at the comedy, the writing, how well they've brought these Mario characters to life, etc. Mario & Luigi is very unique for most RPGs as well, incorporating the duo bro system and an interactive counterattack system, where most RPGs just allow the enemy to attack you with a chance of them missing. Ever since Superstar Saga, they've managed to mostly evolve the gameplay as well. Partners in Time introduced Bros attacks via items as well as separate gameplay characters and styles. Each Mario and Luigi introduced various abilities. Bowser's Inside Story allowed you to play as Bowser. It also introduced giant battles, boss rush arenas, the badge system, etc. Dream Team was the first pseudo jump to 3D for the series, which expanded the giant battles concept, was unique with its dream theme, incorporated motion controls, gave both Mario Bros their own unique Bros attacks individually, Paper Jam introducing Paper Mario and fleshing out Paper Mario's own mechanics even further, and honestly better than within the Paper Mario series between his overworld abilities and his own attacks, the card system, among other things. All these games introduced new ideas at giving the game some creativity, and even though the core gameplay structure remained the same and rigid, it's been able to maintain that solid foundation, along with giving different ways of making each game distinct, interesting, and legitimately fun. And people idolize Mario and Luigi not just because of how fun, interactive, and unique its gameplay is, but how charming the series is as a whole. Similar to Paper Mario, this series is famous for new, original stories, expanding the lore of the Mario universe, having good quality and hilarious writing, slapstick moments, even some dramatic and tear-jerking moments with a cartoony aesthetic you can't get anywhere else. Paper Mario is famous for its storytelling and characters, sure, but we all know Paper Mario's writing and storytelling is not the same as Mario and Luigi's. Paper Mario has moments of comedy and slice of life, but has typically told its story like a storybook, legend, or prophecy, depending on the game. It had stakes and was meant to be taken seriously, as serious as Mario goes anyway, with moments of laughter and lighter atmosphere to keep things happy and lighthearted. Mario and Luigi leans more on visual and verbal comedic writing, along with trying to expand and evolve Mario's world building and pre-established characters. It focuses more on the confines of known Mario characters alongside original new characters, and giving them growth, interactions, and development we literally don't get anymore. Superstar Saga, Mario, Luigi, and Bowser formed a temporary alliance for sharing a common enemy, but the game emphasized how big of a joke Bowser kind of was in that game, and the focus was on someone entirely different and seemingly a bigger threat. The game took place in a neighboring country, the Bean Bean Kingdom, run by a queen, and inhabited all these wacky, zany characters, wackier and more out there from Paper Mario on Nintendo 64, Chocola Cola, Prince Peasley, Fawful, Popple, the Queen Bean, Cackletta, etc. It all starts with Peach losing her voice and Cackletta, the evil witch, trying to use it for the Bean Star to reign over the Bean Bean Kingdom as well. Partners in Time, famous for having a darker tone and setting overall, as it was the demise of the Mushroom Kingdom of past, present, and future, because of tyrannical mushroom aliens, Mario and Luigi having to team up with their younger selves, but giving way of some wholesome interactions between the four, and still introducing new crazy characters like Kylie Koopa, Stuffwell, Professor Egad, the past and present Toadsworths, the various types of Shroobs, etc. Bowser's Inside Story, the most popular game of the bunch, not just because of the gameplay, but the story and characters it told. Bowser's Inside Story is the revenge story of Fawful, the secondary antagonist of Superstar Saga, right-hand man of Cackletta, now taking the primary antagonist role, hell-bent on taking revenge against Mario and Luigi by overtaking the entire Mushroom Kingdom with Peach's castle and Bowser's castle in tow, stealing Bowser's minions from him, planning every move out like the calculated mad scientist he is, harnessing the Dark Star's power, and basically winning. Not even kidding, Fawful was as close if not closer than when Bowser took over the kingdom in Paper Mario 64. It had stakes and climax. Bowser, who was often seen as a joke or took a backseat in this series, now is taking the role as a pseudo-protagonist, as unaware of Mario and Luigi controlling him inside, takes his castle and kingdom back almost all on his own. Even with how crazy and threatening Fawful was, he's still as zany, charismatic, and unique as ever, with his speech patterns, and Bowser, Starlo, Brock Monsieur, Toadsworth, Midbus, and other characters give many different ways of expressing their own different charm, personality, and comedy still. But the development they gave to a secondary antagonist in this game, along with Bowser, was immensely enthralling to say the least, with Dream Team continuing that trend. New characters like Dreambird, Big Massif Bros, the Z-Keeper, Antasma, etc. Antasma being this big threat to Pilo Island and forming an alliance with Bowser, but sick of being betrayed and used as fodder, Bowser turns the tables on Antasma and near the end becomes the next legitimate big threat, and eventually recognizing Luigi as an equal threat alongside Mario. Luigi himself was given a major focus, as not only did half the game take place in his dream world, you saw pieces of his subconscious, how deeply he cares for Mario, how scared and cowardly he started out the adventure, but towards the end is brave and courageous enough to earn Bowser's respect and face the dangers head on. Literal character growth. Paper Jam unfortunately lacks any original characters or any big type of story, but characters still had personality and good moments. Bowser and Paper Bowser, Bowser Jr. and Paper Bowser Jr., the two Peaches, the Koopalings, Toadette, the bosses, Starlord, the two Kameks, etc. The game still had great writing and charm to it all the same. Even the remakes, Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings as heir to the Koopa throne, got development too. But the primary attraction to this entire series, other than Bowser, is Mario and Luigi themselves. The two bros emote and act much more cartoony and expressively than any other Mario game for the longest time up until recent years outside the series, but there's many moments where Mario and Luigi look out for one another, display unique quips and traits between each other and to other characters, along with fleshing out the two brothers in ways, again, other Mario games do not do. If almost each Paper Mario game was told like an anime, which it is, with bits and small pieces of continuity, then the entire Mario and Luigi franchise is told like an anime, with each game serving as an arc. It is very unique and so beloved because of how much it focuses on further defining these pre-existing characters, along with coming up with original ones and giving the Mario universe more depth and personality than you rarely get in most other Mario games. Mario and Luigi tells its own story, its own characters, and strengthens the Mario cast we know and love in ways we can only get in Mario and Luigi. With its unique and fun battle system, charming and hilarious dialogue, engrossing atmosphere, cartoony charm, and pure personality, Mario and Luigi matters because of all of this. This is a series that needs to be salvaged because of how successful it is, barring the remakes, how much it served the Mario brand, and how popular and how much people love this series. Nintendo, I'm begging you, please hire what's remained of AlphaDream staff. Give these people a job, continuing making games, and don't let the Mario & Luigi series fade out of existence. It sounds like I'm making a big deal out of nothing. I want this to be a big deal out of nothing. I'd rather that than make a big deal out of something that could effectively suffer and die because of Nintendo not acting on this. You managed to hire back some staff from Hudson and put them under NDQ, the staff that works on the Mario parties again. But albeit different circumstances with this, they didn't buy back Rare years ago when they split, so even Nintendo hiring AlphaDream staff under a new division isn't a guarantee, which I'm trying to speak up and ask that they make it a guarantee. Mario & Luigi is a beloved RPG series that will do a lot more harm than good if they don't bail out AlphaDream now. Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar company, and AD needs to pay a 400 million yen debt, which equals 4+ million USD, which Nintendo has a lot more than that. Either that or hire them under a different division. Mario & Luigi is the last piece of Mario RPGs we have, and we'd be losing a Mario subgenre if it crumbles too. Nintendo, please, for the millions of Mario RPG and Mario & Luigi enthusiasts, do not let Mario & Luigi die. Hire the AlphaDream employees too. It's best to keep the same people who've worked on the series for so long and know how to represent the characters and franchise as effectively as possible. To put out job applications a year ago and have new concepts for a new game take place only for business to be too difficult to continue is extremely unfortunate. If a Mario & Luigi game got on Switch, I guarantee you it would do better than any previous installment. But please, do not squander and let any remains of this talented studio slip through your fingers and risk either under-delivering in the next game or killing the series altogether. It's not worth it. It matters to so many people. People don't care if there are two Mario RPG series. They deliver completely different experiences, gameplay, stories, and characters. They can coexist together just fine. They have for a decade already. Just keep Mario & Luigi alive. It has too much love and care between the development team and fans to just toss away. I may lack the influence of plenty other YouTubers, but speak up and let Nintendo know we want AlphaDream to continue living under Nintendo, and we want the Mario & Luigi series to stay alive. I made and/or support 3 different hashtags yesterday to show my support. I don't know if it'll get trending, but I'm willing to at least try and reach a lot of people. Hashtag save AlphaDream, hashtag save Mario & Luigi, and hashtag IHaveFury. The first two especially. If Nintendo knows of how much people want the series to stay alive, there's a decent chance they'll respond and give the AD employees the job they deserve and the franchise the life it deserves to keep. Let everyone know how fantastic Mario & Luigi is, how much you love the series, and how valuable and important it is to just let it sit and die. We don't want Mario & Luigi and AlphaDream to cease from existence. Please hire the staff, and don't let Mario & Luigi die. And that's all I have to say. Stay super.